welcome back to Vlogmas and welcome back to the Faithful Ewe podcast. It's lovely to have you here. Hope you're all well. Sorry, my glasses are a bit skew with. Right, well, hope you're enjoying my Vlogmas episodes and that you're all having loads of fun. Hope you're enjoying the Battenberg blanket crochet along and that you're all joining me to see how we get on. I've got Frosty, Bob, Betty and Crystal all lined up here to say hello to you all because I realised in the last episode that you couldn't see them, could you? And I'm disappearing up out of the way. How's that? That's better, isn't it? So yeah, you've got Frosty, Bob, Betty and Crystal to say hello to. Betty's the one with the sticker, Frosty Bob's in the middle, and this is Crystal on the end here. We've also got our advent calendar, my Milky Bar calendar, to open as well. And we've also got our next bit of yarn. So we've got quite a lot to come. Sorry, Betty, I've just knocked you over. I've just knocked Betty over. We've got a book review to come, and I'm going to show you today in my box of goodies downstairs and my unfinished projects that I'm hoping to work my way through during Vlogmas. Yeah, I'm doing really well at the moment. I've been knitting away on my tank top and I'm nearly at the bottom. I've just got the rib and the bands to do, and I'm thinking of doing that in a different colour to the yarn that the whole thing is knit out of. Just to give it a bit of a contrast, but I haven't decided what colour yet. I'm thinking brown, but I'm not sure because I don't really want to use my nice wool on it because it's acrylic. So I'll have to have a think about it. I've got some brown acrylic somewhere, and I've got some grey acrylic, but not sure. Might try and use white. I've got the white off the squares that we're doing. I've left the blue downstairs again. Still haven't found the grey. I've got my table back. Let me just turn you around. There you go, my nice new table. As you can see, I've got my knitter's loom out, so that's coming in tomorrow's vlog. I've started the cowl and I've started doing this yarn. So I'm hoping to be able to show you how I'm using it. Depends on how it turns out. If it turns out really rubbish, then I won't show you. But I'll hopefully come in tomorrow. So I'm going to get that finished tonight. I've been doing my crochet squares if I can find them. That's today's. What did I do with them? I did bring them. Just a second, I'll find them. I was sat on them. They were stuck to my bum. I'm using a 3.5. Yeah, a 3.5 mil crochet hook. And this is pack number 2 from yesterday. And these are the green squares that we've done. I've also done a couple more of these. So I'm doing 4 a day. I'm doing 2 of the colour and 2 of the white or cream. I think it's cream. And they seem to be going really well. This yarn is thicker than this yarn. I don't think it'll matter once it's in a blanket. So they're crocheting up the same size. I'm trying to keep my tension the same. So when I do the cream, it's the same as the colour. So they're the 2 that I've done. This one's done up really well. It's really nice. So I'm keeping them upstairs now out the way of the dog. And what I'm doing is I'm putting them back in the little packets. So I know what colour came from what day. And then at the end, we'll take them all out and we'll see how many we've got and we'll spread them out and we'll see how we're going to lay out the quilts and see how that turns out. So that's day 2. I've got day 3 here. This is packet number 3. And ooh, that's a nice colour. I'm a purple and orange fan personally, but look at those 2 together. So yeah, I like purple and orange. So yeah, I've got 2 squares for that to do and 2 squares of cream. I'll have it done for you for tomorrow. Do you know they're only taking about 5 minutes to do? They're really, really quick. It's really fast. It's going to be a really fast blanket to put together. And I'm hoping to have it done by Christmas this year, not next year. So we'll see how we get on. So that's that. That's colour number 3. So I'll work on that later. So that is that. I'm being quick today because I want to show you through my box downstairs and show you all the goodies that I've got in there. And yeah, we can just get stuck in together. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's vlog. Sorry I got a little bit emotional, but that's just me. I always do about the Isle of Skye. I really like it. So yeah, the other thing that I've got is, do you want me to show you my little biscuit tin? Look at my little gingerbread tin. It's got little gingerbreads in as well. Look at them. Aren't they cute? They were from Home Bargain. Bit stingy though, you only get 3. So I'm going to have them at the weekend and we'll sit together and we'll have a couple of biscuits and a cup of coffee. And we'll just have a natter this weekend. I don't think we'll do anything practical. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. I'm just doing my crochet squares. I am going to do my advent calendar with you, and today we are on day number 3, aren't we? I forgot to say yesterday we had a penguin. So we've got a house and a penguin so far. Oh, there's number 3. That was nice and easy to find today. I'm also rushing because I want to take the dog to go into town for a walk around town. He's hurt his leg, and I think he just needs a nice easy walk today. Oh, what's that? Oh, good grief, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a polar bear. It looked like a pig. It's a polar bear. So there we go. And a little drummer boy. There you go. So yeah, calendar's well underway. Sorry, I'm showing you my chocolate. Right. Trying to think what else I wanted to share with you today. I'm really pleased with my table. It's turned out really nice. I'll put some footage in for you of how it looks, because it's a bit awkward showing you in here. But yeah, I'll show you a bit of before and after. It was a manky old table. It was horrible. And I was going to get rid of it. And I thought about putting it in the skip. I was going to take it to the tip. And I thought, that'll paint up really nice in my room. And it has. Right, so I've come back out in the garage and I've been sorting out my craft room, and I've decided I want to put this table in my craft room. As you can see, it's got a big blob of paint on it. So this is going to be ideal for my craft room. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to put the camera on a tripod and let you see what I'm doing. Right, so that's the top done. I'm now going to do the legs, and I've got duck egg blue, and I've got that also in Rust-Oleum paint, and I'm going to pop that on, and there's a brush already in the tin as well. So I'm just going to paint the legs, paint all the base, giving it clean, and then when it's dry I can get it upstairs. What I have found as well is this really old tin of furniture wax that was in the garage, and look, it's still got some in, and it smells delicious, so I'm going to use that as well. And yeah, it looks a bit battered, but at least it's had a life. It's not brand new. So this is the table all finished. It's upside down because I've been painting the legs and that on the bottom. Stripey decided to put his own little mark on, so I've left it. I thought that was rather cute. He's got his own paw print on there. So let's turn it up. So there we are, it's all done. Nice white legs. There's a few marks on the top where the sander had to get some paint out, and some bits of veneer missing. But I think that just adds to the look of the table, the fact that it's been used and the fact that it's being given a second lease of life. So pretty happy with how it's turned out. So I'm going to take it upstairs and pop it in my craft room. Come out really well, because I've got a little trolley over there behind you that was Gordon's, and yeah, I had to take Gordon's cupboard out. It was too big. It was far too big for the room, which is a shame because I really like that cupboard and I don't want it getting riddled with woodworm. So I may have to try and find a way of squeezing it in here. My thinking at the moment is to get rid of the trolley, because the trolley is neither use nor ornament really, and the cupboard would give me a lot more storage space. So I'm thinking of popping this cabinet over there and bringing Gordon's cupboard up and putting it here, or vice versa, because I still want to get the floor room in here, but I don't want to have too much in here. So my thinking at the moment is to put the table in front of the big cupboard. And do I really need 2 chairs in here? Because I can sit here and work at the table. This is high enough, this chair I'm in now, to sit at the table. So that's my thinking with that. I haven't decided how I'm doing the room, because I don't want woodworm in my chair either, because my chair is a 1950s office chair, and they're very rare. and it's actually worth a bit of money. So I don't want to get woodworm, so I really need to keep that in the house. So I'm thinking of putting that in the bedroom and putting the dining chair that's in the bedroom downstairs. But I haven't decided yet. I'm just sort of trying to work out in my head how the room's going to work. But I've got a spinning wheel up here, so I'm ready to start spinning. And yeah, I think I'm pretty much there with the things I want to bring in. And I suppose once this is out the way, I'll have a lot more space, won't I? So the other thing I thought I'd do today is another book review for you. And I wanted to show you this really nice book. Now, I don't know if I've shown it you before, but this one is by Alice Starmore and her daughter, Jade Starmore. And it is absolutely beautiful. It is the most amazing book I think I have in my little library of books. And what it is it's costumes that they've designed. This type of thing. And look at the detail in that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I would just wear that anyway. But these are costumes. And they have done patterns at the back to go with the costumes. What amazing, amazing photography. And also the thought and the detail that's in those patterns. I'm not sure how much this book is, but I got it at a pre-print price. And yeah, it was about £50, I think. Now, I just want to try and find the one I wanted to do. It's called Lapwing. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I think I've shown the eagle shawl before on my podcast because I was gonna knit it and I never quite got round to it. But isn't that beautiful? So that's the eagle costume. This is the one. I thought this was going to be an actual pattern, but it turned out that it was just a picture within the book. But I really, really, really wanted to make this as a coat. I think it would be the most amazing coat. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? It's absolutely amazing. Now, I would wear that as a top. I really would wear that as a top. And I wrote to them and asked if they had a pattern for it. And she said, oh, you can just mix and match bits and bobs out of the patterns that are in the book. But I wanted the pattern, the actual pattern. And I bought this book for that pattern, thinking that that pattern was going to be in it. And it's not. And to be honest with you, the pattern that they've done to do with the lapwing is really, really disappointing. It's really disappointing. But if I can find it, I'll show you. I mean, look at the detail on the back of that. Isn't that gorgeous? It is absolutely amazing. It's the most amazing thing I think I've ever seen to knit. And I really, really wanted to knit it, but it was just not available. There's loads of detail on what to do in the back, but it just wasn't. It shows you all the different techniques that they've used as well. But it was nothing like what the pattern was. Let me just try and find it for you. There's one called the damselfly, which again was nothing like the actual pattern. Now this is the eagle wrap, which is it is nice. Yes, it is nice. I think I'd like to knit the big one rather than the little one. It's very beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So that's the eagle. But I really recommend this book. It is if you just love looking at pictures, this is an ideal book for that. Is that it? I think this is it. But it's just really disappointing. Yeah, lapwing. I mean, that's what they produced for release out of that most amazing, beautiful jacket. I was really disappointed, really disappointed. I mean, it's a beautiful pattern. It's really gorgeous. And the techniques that are used in it are quite complex. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. I think the pictures were taken up in Harris in the Isle of Skye, because that looks like Taronsay in the background. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's to go with the raven. That's, yeah, the raven poncho and the raven cardigan. So yeah, if you can get hold of it, do get hold of it. It's a beautiful book. The pictures in it are absolutely gorgeous. The layout is gorgeous. The pages are gorgeous. My only problem was I really thought that from all the publicity and everything that pattern for the coast was going to get released as a pattern, but it didn't. And that was the whole reason I bought this book. But the book is still worthwhile about buying, and I do recommend it as a Christmas purchase. As I say, I bought it as a pre-print price, and I think it was about £30. But as far as I know, you can still get it. But I wouldn't like to say how much it is and disappoint you. So if I can find a link again, I'll pop it in the link in the description bar below for you. But yeah, the Glamoree, it's called Glamoree, and the photography in it is gorgeous. It's worth it if you just like Scotland like I do. It's just worth it to have a look at the photography of all the lochs and the glens and all the different pictures that they've taken in different locations. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I do recommend it. Alice Starmore, she's a fabulous knitter, a fabulous designer, and by the looks of it, her daughter's following in her footsteps. So I highly recommend it. If you're looking at what I'm wearing my Birkin sweater that gave me the biggest headache ever. But I finally got it finished and it's wearing really well. Now I've lost weight. I've lost 2 stone since I knit it, 2.5 stone. So yeah, it's fitting me a lot better. But yeah, I think that's it from the craft room today. I'm going to take you downstairs. I'm going to show you my box downstairs and show you what I'm in the process of working my way through. And we'll have a little look together. It's not going to be a long vlog. It's going to be less than half an hour. So yeah, but I will just have a little look together, have a look at some of the patterns I'm working on. So I'm in my sitting room and I'm sitting with my box. I'm sitting with my box, and this is my box which I keep all my work, well, most of my work's in progress in, and things that I want to get finished. So they're there, so they're in my mind. Sorry about the light, but it's going dark, and the sun's gone, so we'll just have to put up with the light that we've got. But it's just going to be a quick look. I'm not going to take ages going through labouring over each one. But a lot of them you've probably seen before. And yeah, there's a couple of things in here that I'm not sure I've shown you before. So we're going to have a little look. So I'm just going to turn you down. Right, that's my weaving loom over there, the one that I'm going to make. Right, so in here, we've got the Aria cardigan, my crochet squares for that. Now, I can't get that colour anymore. So this is just living in here until I decide what to do. Got plenty of the purple, the burgundy colour, but I've only got that left of the mixed colour. I keep going to the pound shop to see if I can get any more, but they haven't had any. So yeah, so that's what's in that one. That's the Aria sweater. I'll pop a picture on for you. You have seen this one before, and I just really can't get my head around the lace pattern at the moment. So it's just sitting in the naughty corner again. And this is the Observatory Shawl by Kate Davis. I've got 15 bumps to do, and I think I've done 7. So yeah, you do the bumps and then you do the middle bit. You do the bumps and then you do the middle bit, and I've got 7 done, I think. And there's 15 to do all together, so that's better. Right, so I don't know whether you remember this one, but this is the Jan top. And this is living in here because I haven't quite, lace and my head at the moment just don't mix. And I've nearly got the front finished, and this is done in drops alpaca. So yeah, I've been trying to muster myself up to get it finished, but yeah, it's just been living there since earlier in the year. I've got the wool for it, see, but yeah, that's just sitting in the naughty corner as well. What's in this one? Oh yeah, this is my crochet squares that I found that I'd done in the Isle of Skye. One of the last ones is 2016. I think I did these squares, and I decided I was going to do a tank top, didn't I? So I've got enough squares, I've got the wool, I just need to put it together. But again, it's just finding the incentive to do it. I've got enough squares and I've got 2 balls of that left. So we'll have to get round to it. I wasn't sure whether, I think the thing was, I wasn't sure whether to make it into a top or whether to make it into a tank top, because I could make it into a top and do some cat sleeves because I've got enough yarn for that. I could make it into a cardigan and do long sleeves with it and just do the front and the back in the pattern. I haven't decided. So I think that's why it's still sat there. So that's that. Got Christmas tree lights in here. What's this one? Oh, this is my pumpkins that I was doing that I never got finished. So do you know, I might make them into mittens, into wrist warmers or something. What do you think? I've got quite a few. I've still got some wool left. I made 2 colours. So yeah, I might finish them and make them into pumpkins. I've got the stuffing. Mum gave me a bag of stuffing, so there's no reason why not. So that was them. I've also got then my Attic 24 blanket wool in here because I needed to pinch the basket for my room upstairs. So that's that. I've got some socks. I don't know whether you remember me knitting these, but I still haven't done the heel. I still haven't finished one of the toes. But yeah, it was done in vintage yarn and some Shetland wool yarn. And they were really nice socks, but I just need to finish them. Again, it's just having my head in the right headspace to get them finished. I know I'm just making excuses. Yeah, this one here is a really interesting one because I did this many years ago. I don't know whether Gwen will remember me starting this, but this was a cable cardigan. And it was a 1-button cardigan. Is it in this pattern book here? Let me see if I can find it. I think it's that one. It's a Sandra book, and it was that pattern there. Now all I've got to do is the yoke, just the neckband, and it's finished. I've done all the other pieces, but the problem is I've done the front wrong. That's one of the sleeves. I've done one of the fronts wrong. As you can see, that one's like that, and then that one's like that, and I don't know which one's right and which one's wrong. I'm assuming that one's right and that one's wrong. But it's a lovely pattern. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? All that cable in. And now I've lost weight, it'll probably fit. So I just need to get it finished. But the problem is, I've run out of this wool. I was doing it in Hebridean wool. And it was from Shilsadair, from one of our trips up to Shilsadair, what she was talking about in my other vlog. Yesterday, I think it was. And or was it the other day? I can't remember. It was in one of the vlogs anyway. And she didn't have the same colour match again. So I had to buy a different skein. So I just haven't really got round to it because it needs balling up, doesn't it? And you know what it's like when you need to ball things up, you just never get things done. So I lost the pattern for about 3 or 4 years. And now I found the pattern again. I've got no excuse, have I? So that lives in there. What's in this one? Oh yeah, this is my Celtic Myths shawl. Now I've done quite a bit of this really. I've done all that. But I'm losing my stitches, so I better put that away so I don't lose too many stitches. And that's done in St Kilda yarn that I got off Blacker Yarns or whatever they're called, Black Sheep yarn, Blacker Yarns, whatever they're called. And it's a lovely wool. It's a lovely weight wool. I think it's between a 4-ply and what's it called? The one below 4-ply. It's a lace weight, and that lives in there. What else have we got in here? Oh yeah, this one. Now you must remember this one. This was my odd pins top. Now all I've got to do is finish a sleeve. I've done the back, I've done the front, I've done one sleeve. I just need to finish the other one, and I've started it. So again, there's no reason not to finish it, is there? So that's that one. And then we've got, where's the pattern? I'll show you the odd pins pattern. It's that one. From 1984 or 1985, and it just needs finishing. So that was that purple one. So that needs to go in with that. I'll try to keep the patterns with everything. And yeah, this is the Attic 24 blanket that the lady in church has given me. Now she's made a really good start on it. Look at this. But she decided she didn't want to do it anymore. So she gave it to me. So I've got all the wool. I think it's called the cottage stripe blanket. I've got the pattern. I just haven't got round to doing anything with it, to be honest with you. Yeah, the cottage ripple blanket it's called. There you go. So I've got the wool. So I might have a go with that. Once I've finished my Battenberg blankets, I think I'm going to get this one done. So that lives in here as well, so I know where it is. And then this bag here is the yarn to go with my Jan sweater. I've got a pair of sunglasses as well. My yarn to go with my Jan sweater. There was another sweater in the Northern Knits book. Can't remember the name of it now, but I got the wool for that. And for the tank top I was going to knit, and I started it, but it was knitting up too big. So I had to undo it and start again. And I just didn't have the heart to start again. So it's still in the bag. So that's some of my projects. That's not all of them. I've got some upstairs. I intended on knitting that as well. That was one of my mum's patterns from the 70s. But you know, some of it I'm thinking, do I still want to knit it? Because it's been there that long. And I'm thinking, do I still want to do it? Because I've got that Garden Gate sweater to carry on with as well. And, you know, I'm just not sure I want to. I think I'd like to put the yarn to something else. So that's my works in projects box. It's a big box, a very big box. I've also got my waistcoat that I haven't finished. That's over there in the corner with my spinning wheel. And I've also got my tank top that's in the haul in the bag. So yeah, there's quite a lot of projects lying around the place. So we'll see if we can get them finished, shall we, during Vlogmas? See what we can get done. I reckon I can get the odd pins one finished. I can get the tank top finished. I reckon I can get this crochet project finished. Because I only need to do all the edges. I just need to work out what I'm going to do. I quite fancy the idea of a cardigan. But will I have enough yarn? That's the question. So yeah, I think that's it for me for today. I just thought you might like a little whistle stop tour through my works in projects box. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to have a look at that cowl I did. You know, it just didn't work. It didn't work on the knitting machine. It looked awful. It really made the yarn look cheap and nasty. So I'm going to knit it up into a cowl on number 10 needles, and I'll show you that in tomorrow's vlog. And I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. So I hope you've enjoyed my vlog. If you have, do like and subscribe. Do hit that bell, and that'll tell you when I upload new videos. And I'll see you again tomorrow. And we'll be working with this thing over here. And we'll see if we can do it together. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.